Blackwater gained national attention after winning massive no-bid security contracts from the U.S. government at the beginning of the Iraq War. In 2007, Blackwater contractors guarding a U.S. State Department convoy in Baghdad opened fire on civilian vehicles in an intersection, mistakenly thinking they were under attack. Over a dozen Iraqis died. In 2010, the company reached a $42 million settlement with the Department of State as part of a settlement of violations of the Arms Export Control Act and the International Trafficking in Arms regulations. After this recent settlement, a statement released by Academy officials, previously called Blackwater, the company says they are pleased to settle the case with federal prosecutors on what they termed as a legacy matter. The Iraqi government has ordered the company to stop working until the investigation was complete.
That's going to severely hamper the ability of the diplomatic corps to move around. But again, you've got other companies that are well placed to step in and fill that void.
The agreement does not involve any guilty plea or admit any violation. The company is still actively training Syria's rebel in Saudi Arabia and Qatar. Ashante Hathaway, Press TV, Washington.
It is extremely important to recognize that we're doing important work there. We need protection for our diplomats. And I'm quite certain that with goodwill we can resolve this.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
You got a problem?
Yeah. Here's some of the gunshots. Two little birds out there were getting shot at.
Yeah, right now. That guy there just shot now. This one up here. This one here,
God damn.
Oh, you see the muzzle flash from the helicopter?
Yeah, I can.
It is extremely important to recognize that we're doing important work there. We need protection for our diplomats. And I'm quite certain that with goodwill we can resolve this.
In the State Department, because all the weapons sales under the table are going through the State Department. That's why Ron Brown was murdered. Ron Brown tried for the first time to take away the unfair State Department monopoly on illegal weapons and drug deals. Because the weapons, the drug money is paying for the weapons. The brand new weapons are sold by agents of Israel or this.
No, is this a conclusion you've drawn based on your knowledge of this?
Yeah.
And what Meese described was a scheme devised by North to get around the congressional ban against military aid to the Contras, then in effect. This year, he said, the U.S. sent $12 million in weapons to Israel, which Israeli agents then sold to Iran for much higher prices, $10 to $30 million more. The Israelis paid the $12 million back to the U.S., but transferred the extra money to Swiss bank accounts controlled by the Contras.
The only persons in the United States government that knew precisely about this, the only person was Lieutenant Colonel North.
That the President, Vice President Bush, Chief of Staff Reagan, Secretary of State Shultz, and CIA Director Casey all did not know of the plan. Meese did not explain how a Marine Lieutenant Colonel on his own could have arranged a deal involving 3 countries and millions of dollars, or why an admiral known for playing by the bureaucratic rules would not have told superiors.
And when you work in the White House, you work under the Army.
All right, folks, there's a lot going on right now. Decisions being made that are unprecedented and will have an overreaching impact on what it means to live in the United States of America. Just down the street from our studios, in the U.S. Capitol, your elected officials, both the Senate and the House of Representatives, have just overwhelmingly passed the National Defense Authorization Act. Squeezed into this military funding bill are 2 provisions that give the military not just lots and lots of money, but lots and lots of power as well, through 2 very controversial provisions. One expands the use of military force in Afghanistan to include indefinite detention of anyone suspected of being a member of al-Qaeda or, quote, associated forces. So, essentially, anyone. But here's the big one, folks. It gives the military the power to indefinitely detain American citizens, even those captured here in the United States, suspected, just suspected, not convicted, of some sort of involvement or affiliation with terrorism.
Helicopter windsocks and markers are evident throughout the property. This small building is the only way into a particular fenced area. Inside this building, we see more of the motion-activated detectors, electronic turnstiles, and prison bars. Even as we were filming, a black helicopter flew over us, observing what we were doing, which has happened many times when we have been at the facility.
Stop scaring people. You're scaring people with this Orwellian sense that black helicopters in the government.
It's like a scene out of an overseas military mission, but this is Coconut Grove.
Kind of scared, man. Black helicopter crowd really is upset.
If it's to protect our kids, I'm all for it.